In today's business world, your most valuable asset, well, it might be completely locked away. We're talking about data, not just your own, but the incredible wealth of data spread all across your entire partner ecosystem. So in this breakdown, we're going to explore how you can finally set that value free.
And that brings us to the big strategic question every single leader needs to answer today. I mean, think about it. Your business isn't an island, right? It's a whole network of partners, suppliers, and customers. And each one of them holds a critical piece of a much larger puzzle, all stored in their own separate systems. The real challenge is, how do you bring all those pieces together to create something new, something valuable, without ever compromising security or control?
So here's our game plan. First, we'll nail down the core business challenge every ecosystem is up against. Then we'll introduce the solution, a service called Tritom, and we'll break down the three pillars that make it all trustworthy. From there, we'll see what kind of strategic edge this gives you, and finally, we'll take a quick peek at what's coming next. Okay, so let's dive into that fundamental problem. What's really holding modern business ecosystems back? When you boil it all down, it really just comes down to two things: technology and trust. See, all your partners are like these independent islands, each with its own technology, its own systems, and that just creates a ton of friction. I mean, connecting the tech is one massive hurdle, but getting everyone to trust each other enough to share their valuable data, that's an even bigger one. And the result is that all this incredibly valuable information just sits there, locked away in separate silos, its potential completely wasted. So if the problem is locked data and a serious lack of trust, what's the answer? Well, this is where a whole new category of service comes into the picture, one that's designed specifically for the way business actually works today, in a decentralized world. And that solution is what we call a data intermediation service. The best way to think of it is as a neutral, trusted referee for your entire business network. Its job isn't to own your data or control it. No, its job is to federate the ecosystem. That just means it connects all these independent companies and allows them to work together, building the kind of trust you need for data to flow to where it can create the most value. And this isn't just some idea on a whiteboard. This is a regulated and recognized reality. Triton has been officially approved by Traficom, that's the Finnish Transport and Communications Agency, as a service that fully complies with the EU's Data Governance Act. That stamp of approval provides a really important formal layer of assurance for everyone involved.
So how does Tritom actually build this trust? And maybe more importantly, how does it make data sharing really work for your business? Well, it all comes down to a really clear three-pillar framework. So these are the three pillars: a business layer for total control, a legal layer for rock-solid security, and a technical layer that just works as this powerful, unseen engine. So let's break down what each of those actually means for you as a business leader.
First up, the business layer. This is your command center. This is the interface where you get to see exactly what data products are available from your partners, where you manage your own offerings, handle all the consents, and even build new collaborative services. It's designed from the ground up to put business and strategy first.
Next, the legal layer. Think of this as your safety net. It's a built-in governance framework with a super clear rulebook and data sharing agreements. This makes sure that the data owner's rights are always protected, even long after the data has been shared. This pillar is all about creating a secure, predictable environment where everyone feels safe to collaborate. And finally, we have the technical layer. This is the engine under the hood. And the whole key here is that it's designed to be completely invisible to you. It handles all the complex stuff: the routing, the encryption, the secure connections, freeing up your team to focus on what they do best, creating business value, instead of getting bogged down solving tricky integration problems. All right, so now that we understand the structure, let's talk about the so what. How does this actually create a real, tangible strategic advantage over the old way of doing things? For decades, anytime you wanted to share data, it meant building these complex, fragile, one-to-one API integrations. And that just creates this rigid, tangled web of dependencies where you're basically locked into specific partners. The Triton federating model is completely different. It gives every single participant an independent and equal seat at the table, allowing you to form and even dissolve partnerships with total agility, all based on your business needs.
Here's a great way to picture it. Think of a modern factory floor. You've got all these individual machines, each one doing its specialized job perfectly. But above all that, you need a high-level control system that orchestrates everything, making sure all the separate parts work together as a seamless whole. That's exactly what Tritom is. It's that high-level control system for your entire business ecosystem.
And to really hammer home that core value of trust, here's one more powerful analogy. Tritom functions just like an automatic telephone exchange. It connects the call, it routes the data, but it never listens in on the conversation. The data is end-to-end encrypted. Tritom doesn't store it, it doesn't analyze it. It is simply a neutral, secure, and completely trustworthy router.
So, we've covered the problem, the solution, and the huge strategic shift this all represents. Let's bring it all home and wrap up with the key takeaways for you as a decision maker. So what's the bottom line for you? What's the real strategic value here? First, you finally unlock the data that's currently trapped in silos. Second, you gain a truly independent position in your market, totally free from technical lock-in. Third, you build systematic, scalable trust with all your partners. And maybe most importantly, you open the door to brand new, data-driven business models that were pretty much impossible before.
Now, this has really been the 10,000-foot view. In our upcoming sessions, we're going to dive much deeper into the specific business benefits and the core philosophy behind this whole solution. But for now, I'll just leave you with one question. What incredible opportunities are currently locked away in your business ecosystem, just waiting for the right key?